Hi there, thanks for all the feedback on my videos this week, particularly the one that I did about how Sam Smith is not the first openly LGBT person to win an Oscar, but that's okay. A lot of people chimed in with people that I forgot to mention in my video. Among them, Angelina Jolie, noted star of Hackers, but that's not what she won an Oscar for, sadly. 2000, she won an Oscar for Girl Interrupted. She's openly bisexual, and so yeah, of course she counts. Alan Sawyer pointed out that Deborah Chasnoff won an Oscar for Deadly Deception in 1992. She openly thanked her partner when she accepted her award. And David Diaz and many others took me to task for leaving out Rob Epstein, who won an award for The Times of Harvey Milk in 1985. I can't believe I left that one out. And there were also a few more obscure winners, like N. Bianco pointed out that Paul Jabara won for Best Song for writing The Last Dance for the movie Thank God It's Friday. That was in 1979. And Nick Valley pointed out Fernando Scarfiotti won for art direction on The Last Emperor. That was in 1988. So lots and lots and lots, kind of between 24 and 36 openly LGBT people have won Oscars. So hooray! Last weekend I asked people what weird TV shows they watched when they were kids, and Simone came up with one of the weirdest. I'd never heard of the show, but it's called Trapped. It's British, and it's a game show where the premise is these children have to escape from a tower, and they also have to sabotage each other, and there are monsters. It is a real show, but it seems like it was something made up in a dream. Nora Polian suggested Shining Time Station, which is not such a weird show, except the cast. What is George Carlin doing on a children's show? Jennifer Keating said that there was some fantasy comedy show in the 1970s starring Jeff Conaway. I was able to find that. It's called Wizards and Warriors, and it's basically Gallivant, but in the 1970s. Charlie Gage suggested a few really terrible superhero movies from the 1980s. There was Super Fuzz, which looks dreadful, and also Hero at Large, where John Ritter plays an actor who also wants to be a superhero that just looks really, really terrible. Don Bird said that when he was young, he watched Mary Hartman, which is this semi-obscure primetime soap opera in the 1970s or 80s. He said that he watched it as a kid and liked it and went back and tried to watch it again and could not get past the third episode. I can vouch for Mary Hartman not being particularly watchable, so please spare yourself the trouble of looking that one up. Wes LP mentioned Fred Penner's Place. He says, in retrospect, the premise of it is that a man lures you into the woods with the promise of music and shows you things that he's hidden in logs, which is bizarre. And then John Kokolakis brought to my attention this movie, The Peanut Butter Solution, which is just crazy. It's apparently a movie about these ghosts that make you lose your hair, but then you can regrow it by putting peanut butter on your head, and there's a whole subplot involving pubic hair. For kids. And I got a great suggestion from somebody with the username The Great Gazooks, which itself sounds like an amazing children's television show. He suggested HR Pufnstuf, which, yes, when you go back and watch that, you're like, what is this? Also, I will say, that show had a fantastic theme song. So I guess my question this week is, what is the TV show that has the best theme song? Your favorite theme song? I have to say, The Addams Family, one of the oldest, I think one of the best. User DMC wanted to know if I was familiar with this magazine called After Dark, and I am not, but I looked it up and it is amazing. Do yourself a favor and look this magazine up. It started in the 1960s as like an arts and culture kind of like ballroom dancing magazine for people who just wanted to do sophisticated things, and then it gradually morphed into this seedy, gay kind of penthouse magazine with lots of beefcake and shirtless men. It is so strange. If you just search for After Dark magazine, you'll find some really amazing photographs. And speaking of things that you need to Google, look up What's My Line. My guest this week on Sewers of Paris was Louis Vertel, and we talked about all kinds of amazing pop culture. But he suggested that I look for this show from the 1950s called What's My Line, and it is just the most wonderful, beautiful, precious game show ever made. So I highly recommend that, and highly recommend checking out my podcast, The Sewers of Paris, for more lovely stuff like that, and my conversation with Louis. Also, I just wrote 2 pieces for The Stranger that I hope you'll check out. One is about the show Assassins. It's a Sondheim musical about the people who have shot or tried to shoot presidents, and it is extremely troubling and timely. So go check out thestranger.com to find my piece about Assassins, this wonderful musical. Also, I have an interview with Robbie Turner. She's going to be debuting on Season 8 of Drag Race on Monday. I'm so excited for her. She's a local Seattle drag queen, and she is amazing. So talented, so funny, so witty, and she has just this great vintage style. So check out my piece in The Stranger about Robbie Turner, and definitely watch her on Drag Race and root for Robbie. And speaking of impeccable style and class, I did a video a while back where I talked about famous sissies on screen, and I'm still getting people suggesting great sissies to me. Seabrooks 2012 suggested one of my favorites, Snagglepuss. Yes, absolutely. Not only is he wonderful and stylish, he is pink. As always, I love hearing from folks in the comments or at Matt Baum on Twitter. Also, you can chat with me live just about every afternoon. I've been live streaming Twilight Princess HD with my partner James. That's on his Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/prettyprettypixel. So come check out the show, chat with us. We're going to be on every night playing Twilight Princess. That's about it. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you later. Bye.